Hello, everybody. Welcome back to BSG. My name is Kathil. I will be your host for the next game, a head in time ran by Kasito. And I'm gonna hand it over straight away to the runner.
Okay, I'm Casita. I'm gonna do head in time any percent. I'm here with Naomi Place. Say hi.
Hi.
And yeah, could you give me a countdown?
Oh, we're gonna just jump straight into it. Okay.
Yeah, why not?
All right. I'm gonna donate $10 to play as Bokid right now. Okay.
No,
well,
time,
start.
start.
Start. Yes. There's. Okay. Well, I have to fix that donation afterwards. But good luck on the run.
Yeah, thanks. So head in time is a 3D platformer released by Gears for Breakfast. And it's really fun and cute. And we're missing stuff already. Don't worry about it. So we have to collect timepieces. That's the main collectible in the game. And yeah, we need 26 to go into the final level. But we have also yarns, what we use to create new abilities. What's called heads in this case. In this, yeah.
Don't
yeah.
worry. If you want me to take it up so you can focus, let me know. Alright, so Casito is going to do the first level right now, and we're just going to explain a little bit about how this game moves and some of the tricks he'll be doing, specifically movement-wise. So, as Casito mentioned, we're going to collect some of the yarn here, and the yarn is going to be used to craft our first hat. In this case, it's going to be the sprint hat, and the sprint hat is our main hat, essentially, that we're going to be using. We can use the ability to run, to sprint, essentially. Which we need because we want to go fast. But the sprint hat has some funny tricks involved with it, which we're just going to use throughout the entire run. With the sprint hat, you can just sprint and you can do a sprint jump, but that doesn't mean you cannot do your double jump anymore. However, if you time it just correctly and you stop sprinting and you do your jump, you can maintain your sprinting speed and you can still do a double jump. We call this the sprint double jump or the SDJ. Another funny thing the sprint hat can do is you can actually go run off a ledge and you can really quickly tap your jump button to get 2 sprint jumps to give you a lot of vertical height, which is the double sprint jump or the DSJ. And then the final movement tech is, we're not going to use it in this run, is the same as the DSJ, but instead of doing 2 jumps, you can do a 3rd jump afterwards. So we call that the triple sprint jump or the TSJ. So Casito right now is just going to play through this level, and while he's playing through these early levels, we're just going to quickly explain some other things that we're going to see in this run. So one of the things Casito will be utilizing during the run is the boop emote. So in the Nyakaze DLC, they added like this emote wheel that you can use. And one of the emotes is a boop emote. And the boop emote was incredibly broken to a point you can kind of just skip anything that you're doing. So you can just kind of clip through ledges, go through walls, all that kind of stuff, just because we boop. And we're going to use that animation to kind of manipulate some of the things later in the run. You're going to see a great example later on in Down with the Mafia, which is like the 4th level in this section. And also in the Subcon Forest later on, where we're just going to skip an entire section. So look forward to that. And then one more thing that the hack community has discovered is that if you lag this game, it goes nuts and you can break everything. So you remember how we can use boop to clip for ledges? Lag does the exact same thing. Remember those sprint jumps that we mentioned, the sprint double jump and the triple sprint jump, whatnot? If you lag during those, you get greater distances. You can lag during a dive boost to get a greater distance. And there's some objects in the world where if you lag during them, you kind of just manipulate the whole gameplay and you just skip required parts of the game. So looking forward to those things as well. But let's do a barrel battle, the best boss fight in the game. Definitely.
It's not really a boss fight, it's a mini boss.
It's, okay, well, your definition of boss fight varies. It depends. So what Casito's going to do is he's going to use the brewer hat that he crafted in the previous level to break these boxes, and he's going to grab a yarn. Because we're going to need the yarn later on to craft the ice hat and the dweller mask. And then we're going to go right into this fight. So there's 4 Mafia guys that we need to kill in the first round. And they're kind of weak. We just use the brewer hat and then we just smack them with the umbrella. And then the last Mafia guy at top, he's gonna throw barrels at us a la Donkey Kong style. But we are just gonna be really cheeky, and for the next couple seconds, we won't be doing anything. So if there's any donations, this would be the moment to do it, because there's literally nothing gonna happen right now. We're gonna skip the entire fight.
Unfortunately, there is currently no new donations in, but I could shoot a quick plug, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Okay, great. We are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. We're currently doing our events on site again, streaming from the esports game arena in Alphen aan den Rijn in the Netherlands. We're raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organization committed to prevent mental health issues and to support everyone who is dealing with mental issues themselves or within their family. All of your donations will go to Mind.
All right.
There we go.
All right, that was Barrel Battle, where we did absolutely nothing. And that's another timepiece. There we go. Another boop. So there's going to be a cutscene coming up now, but Kasito's just going to skip it and just exit out of the level right now. Here we go. All right, now down with the Mafia's coming up, and this is where everything is coming together. So the lag is going to come in, and the boop clipping is going to come in. So it's going to be like the first few examples of what we're going to do. I hope Kasito can hit the quick kill, because there is a boss coming up, and the quick kill really saves us like 40 seconds. So let's hope we can hit that quick kill. But first, we need to infiltrate the Mafia base. So let's do that first. Right. Well, we have a companion over here. Her name's Mustache Girl, and we kind of just ignore her for the entirety of the game. Canonically, we haven't even met her really, because we kind of just skipped the first level. But, you know, she's here. And, you know, she's definitely not the final boss of this game. Definitely not.
Definitely not.
She's our greatest ally. All right. So we're in the Mafia hideout right now, and the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna skip this button by using lag. There we go. So using lag delays that gate from closing. So if we're just fast enough with a dive boost, we can just grab the key without having to do a whole quest of getting a bucket and throwing it onto the button. So that's like the first utilization of lag. All right. Go. Kasito's doing is really great right now. And now we're going to do a skip, which is just completely movement based. We're going to do a fight skip. And this little fight skip is just a little Mafia showdown of like 2 Mafia guys that we're just going to skip. We're just not going to pay him any mind by just going onto these collisions. And we're going to go straight to the Mafia boss. All right, it's time for that quick kill we were talking about. So the Mafia boss, and how all bosses work in hand times, they just have a pool of attacks that they can use. And they will go through all the attacks, but in a random order. So the Mafia boss in this first phase has the charge attack. He has the, let's see, he has the growl attack, he has the spin attack, and he has the sandbags attack. Now we're hoping the Mafia boss is just going to give us a good fight cycle where we don't have to do a lot of growls and sandbags, because that will just lose us time. Now that phase has been completed. The Mafia boss is going to jump in the behind of the stage, and he's going to try to hit us from there. And this is where we're going to set up the quick kill. So I'm going to give Kasito a little bit of a moment to set that up. All right, so we got out of the stage. And now let's hope the Mafia boss is working this. Kasito's going to move over the keyboard now for this. Okay. All right, we got to boop them into the stage. Kasito, be fast. Go, 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 go. Yeah!
Yes, come on!
All right, that's the Mafia boss quick kill. So what happened there is the Mafia boss has an attack called the Mafia Ball, where it's just a whole bunch of Mafia guys bunched up. And the Mafia boss in that moment only has collision with the Mafia Ball and the player. So in that case, if we use the brewer, we hold the brewer and we lag, the collision of that brewer pushes the Mafia guy off the ball during that attack, meaning that he will clip through everything and it'll hit the death plane. And once he dies, we can just grab the timepiece and go. That was a really good quick kill. Very well done, kasito.
I'm so happy with that because in practice it went horrible, so I'm very happy.
All right. Okay, so next act is going to be Battle of the Birds. And this is my favorite section of the game, like as in story-wise. There's just these two birds, DJ Grooves, which is obviously the cooler one, and the conductor, which is obviously the coolest one. You have to figure that out yourself, which one you like most. They make movies. They're just directors, you know? Von Spielberg and the Kubrick, essentially. And they have an award ceremony, and they just want some, they want to win the trophy, and they got these timepieces that fell from the sky because of the start of the game. And they're going to use them as props, so you obviously want to get the timepieces back. So we're going to break in, and we're going to do this very movement-heavy level, where we're just gonna sneak around and hope that we can just quickly complete this level within like the next 2 minutes. We're gonna do, okay, so what Kasito's trying to do is a checkpoint manipulation right here. Go. Alright, so we just warp over here. We're gonna grab another yarn, and then from there we're gonna jump over, and we're gonna use a little funny electric box over here to get on top of a banner. Go. And then we skip an entire auto-scroll section like that. Very nice. But beware of that penguin, because that penguin is the worst.
I never have issues with it. I don't know what you're talking about.
If you're faster, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That penguin is really annoying, though. Alright, so now we're going to get a bird passport, because that's obviously how this works. And... Alright, are you going to do it? Alright, there we go. Done. And now the conductor's gonna come up and say, hey, I want some of that star power you have. And to show some good faith, he gives us the timepiece. Again, very movement-heavy level, especially the last part apparently for Kasito, where he walks away from the timepiece.
Don't worry
But a
about
really
it.
fun level once you really get down to it.
If you can get on pace on this level, it's a really fun level. It's just it just feels great.
It's also an absolute run killer, so just so you know. Alright. Now, for those who have been streaming on Twitch for a while, you probably know this phrase. Hey, Kasito, want to get famous?
Sure I want!
Alright, Picture Perfect is one of the movies DJ Grooves does, where we just have to get famous by talking to penguins and getting photos of ourselves, and also doing these really cool endorsement events. So, we're gonna grab some yarn, we're gonna take a photo, and we're gonna do our first endorsement event. Alright. Jesus is really good at this one. Now this level is really unique because it has lower gravity, which throws everything off for the run. There we go. We're just gonna grab more yarn, and we're gonna get really popular until we're max diva. For this one, Kasito, if he hits the dog fast enough, he can do a quick max diva. I think it's still ticking. Oh, he just missed it. That's unfortunate. If the counter's still ticking and you hit the dog and you get the endorsement, you get fast max diva, which is pretty cool. But now you have to wait a couple more seconds. That's fine.
It's not a run killer.
If it was, that would be really sad.
Yeah.
All right, here's some credits. And now we're gonna finish up Battle of the Birds. We're gonna do the rift in this level, or the rift in this section of the map, which is gallery. Now, time rifts are just self-contained platforming challenges, where you just have to get to the end of the level and get the timepiece. And we're gonna do a couple of those during the run. Peck. I'm more of a peck enjoyer myself. So gallery is an interesting level. There's a checkpoint over here, and if you can use the DSJ, you can just get on top of this little block, but if you can't, you can also just hit the checkpoint and warp down like that. And we're just gonna go over some balloons, and let's see if we... Oh, we're not doing the... Okay, so you can do a lag SDJ, because Kasito opted for the safe route, which is fair. That lag SDJ is a little bit wonky sometimes. Gonna hit the spider, go here, and the timepiece is just at the end. Very nice. Alright. All right, so now we're gonna go to Subcon Forest with one of the greatest skips in the game using the boop clip. This is, if you've never seen this run before, this is where it gets wild. At least it was for me when I first saw this run, personally.
Yeah, it's also the first rate the runners probably will learn because it's just saving so much time and it's just free. If you know how to do it, it's just free. It's just the correct route.
So, Subcon Forest. There's this really cool character on the title screen right now. His name is Snatcher. And we love Snatcher, but also Snatcher is kind of, he kind of takes a lot of our time, and we really don't want that. So what Snatcher usually does is we kind of just have to sign a contract where he takes our soul, because that's how that works. But we're just gonna skip that with a boop, and now we're completely invisible, and we can only sprint jump. If we do a double jump or a dive, we are stuck. And we can only boop out of that, but we will lose so much time, it doesn't matter anymore. All right, he goes. We're gonna hit Snatcher here, and if you listen to audio, all right, cool. So Snatcher, normally why we skip that bag is because Snatcher will pull you up and force you to sign a contract, and it takes so long that in that time you can already be here and do like the final quest of the level. Now, we have to hit Snatcher here, this little cutscene, because otherwise we're still being pulled to that little contract signing cutscene or section. And we really don't want to do that. Alright, so there's these paintings that we have to burn to open up sections of the forest. Kinda missed that, but that should be fine. You can still pick it up really fast. Good. Jump in. There we go. Alright, cool. So now Kasito's gonna set up Cherry Death. And let's hope he does Cherry Death and not CO skip, because that's gonna be it's gonna be rough if we do. Alright, gonna grab another yarn. And we're ready to sign another contract with Snatcher. And with another, I mean the absolute first. Alright. Now, okay, so this Cherry Death is gonna be important. So, see, it's gonna try to light his cherry and set it up right next to the timepiece, and then hopefully he jumps next to it, dies, and hits the timepiece just right. So we skip going back to hub, and then have it go through the level again, as in through the level select. But now we can just go straight to Subcon. So that's a very nice skip. All right, so we have another painting section that we have to do, or Mill Delivery Circle will come up next. Oh, maybe you should pick it up first before you start doing that. So Kasito's gonna abuse the lag to warp himself back to this little section. And that's possible because that little section is counted as a safe spot. So Hand in Time saves a safe spot for you to stand on. So in case you do get stuck somewhere, it will just warp you back, which is really nice. And if you do it during lag and jumping at the same time, what happens then is we can just force you to warp back. It's going to be very prevalent in one of the later levels. Just a little example. Alright, and now we're going to just abuse collision here to just skip the dwell mask. There we go. There you go, that's very nice. And we're going to do the Subcon well. We're going to get our hook shot, which is going to be crucial to the run. This is again another movement heavy section specifically for vertical movement. I find this one to be the hardest one of the hardest ones to learn when I started out running, to get it right. But once you kind of get it, it's not that hard. It's just one of the jumps that I don't like personally when I ran this game. Alright, it's just gonna go up and gonna finish the level now with this little platform section coming up. Just gonna abuse a hitbox here. Very nice. And there we go. Very nice. And that's the Subcon well. Don't forget to craft your next hat. So we're gonna craft the ice hat. This ice hat is a lot of fun. See it used when we go back to Mafia Town. All right, so we got to pick up the timepiece now. Yep. little cutscene that happens before it. And that was the subcon well. So my favorite part about subcon is that it takes ahead of time and just says, hey, what if it was a different game instead?
Yeah. And we're gonna turn it into a first-person shooter now.
A first-person shooter. I wonder how that looks in ahead in time.
Yeah, me too.
My goodness. I hope there's like gonna be a scooter.
Scooter? Why a scooter?
I think a scooter could be cool.
Let's see what happens.
All right. So of course, Snatcher's our best friend in this. And Kasito, because it is a first-person shooter, he's going to switch over to mouse and keyboard. Because if you play first-person shooters on controller on PC, my condolences. All right. Oh, there is a scooter. Look at that. That's so cool. Oh, unfortunate. All right, so we're just gonna shoot through the tree because collision is a joke, not real. And then he's gonna set up for this really fun shot where he hits 2 guys in one shot. You got it. There you go. And now we're gonna sign another contract right here. We gotta shoot to that guy as well. Very nice. And there's Snatcher again. We're gonna sign another contract. This time is to fight a toy. You may only stream Fortnite, by the way. Contractually, it just said that. It just said that.
I disagree with that.
It literally just said it on the screen.
I disagree.
Can we pull back the thought afterwards? Because it literally just said on the screen that you may only stream Fortnite. Alright, let's see.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, cool.
Of course it's
So because we hit it and the contract completes, we can just go back to hub and skip that little cutscene where you get the timepiece and you have to wait for it to play out. We're gonna use that one more time during
Hopefully.
toilet if it goes well. But before we do toilet, we have 3 more levels to go. So first, we are going to load into the Toilet of Doom. But what we are going to do is a level called Queen Vanessa's Manor. And hey, Kasito.
Yeah?
What if A Hat in Time was actually Alien Isolation, the horror game?
Interesting. Don't know how it would work out.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So, Queen Vanessa's Manor is gonna be awesome. There's like a whole horror section that he has to go through. Like, it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. I swear. Like, it's really scary how it goes with the AI there. But first, we have to do a lot of platform. So, see these cool bells? This is the only time we'll actually use this one, and there's gonna be one more time in the rift, and then we never use these bells again. Because we kind of just abuse the collision that they have. Same for these like little guys. Because normally you have to bring a whole cherry over here. That's just so much effort. Why not just jump on top of them and just skip the ice wall? Uh-oh.
Oh,
There you go. Very nice. All right.
that was really close.
All right. I'm so excited for this Alien Isolation part. Like I saw it. You know, me and Kasito, we practice. I kind of had to skip for this level a little bit sometimes. You know, Kasito tried to practice on his own. But I'm really excited for this little horror part, and can't wait to see how he fends off Vanessa in this manner. It's gonna be so cool. All right, we're inside. That was a very respectable time, 105.
Very happy with it.
All right, so in Queen Vanessa Manor, we cannot use hat abilities, I believe, and we cannot. So that means we can also not run. So it's gonna be very interesting. All right, we have to get that key first in that lower room. So that's what we're gonna set up for first, and then we're gonna fight Queen Vanessa. It's gonna be so cool. We get the yarn because it's on our way. And then we're gonna we skip the entire level. Well then, I really should show up more for practice.
Yeah. It's not that scary.
Well, okay. Oh, hi there. Oop. My goodness. So we're gonna have another rift coming up. I don't know if we have more donations or anything that we can plug right now, but it's just going to be more platforming.
Perfect. During the previous run, a donation got in that could be put towards the runner's choice. The choice has been made clear, and the full donation has been put towards the rival name for Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, with a new option being Clover. So,
Ooh.
yeah.
All right.
It is a pretty tight battle now between the two options. So if you have any preference between the two, make sure to get your donations in. Other than that, the next run, Portal, will also have a donation option for the gun color. Currently, Rainbow is in the lead with 20 euros, but if you would like to see either purple, orange, green, or cyan, get your donations in.
All right. Everyone should really donate for this. It sounds really cool. Speaking of really cool things, Casito just did a really fast cycle for pipe.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. It should be doable. You should just, the moment you land, you should start double jumping. Dive. There you go. Very nice. So the pipe cycle, if you do it fast enough, you don't have to wait for those cogs to spin us. And that, you know, it's really cool when you pull it off. Really tight as well. If you miss like a jump, it's gonna be hard to recover, in my experience.
Yeah.
Ready? There we go. Who's gonna finish pipe now? We're gonna get this time, please. Let's hope. All right, nice.
Oh, so close to sub 1.
So close to sub minute. So close.
I did that to myself. Wasn't the cleanest of entries, to be fair.
All right. So we're gonna do one more rift. The best rift of the game, arguably. If you disagree, at me. But it's the greatest
Sure.
rift of the game, I swear. I really like this rift. And I'm probably the only person in the world that really likes this rift. It's the village rift.
I like Bazaar more.
Everyone, Bazaar is kind of mid. Bazaar is mid. Village is like S tier. Again, if you disagree, at me. Alright, so first we have to do some cool movements. We're gonna grab another yarn over here. And we're just grabbing these yarns so we can start making the bow mask. Okay, that was a very cool jump. I really like that mushroom jump. Right?
You can take more speed on that, but be
Yeah.
happy if we hit it.
Right? So we're gonna do this really difficult jump right now.
That's it first try.
First try. Very nice. Oh. You were trying to, okay, I left you hanging there, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Well, that's unfortunate. Alright. Again, this is the greatest rift of all time. Look, it has cookies. How can you disagree with my opinion on that one?
Oh.
Okay, well, if you do it like that, I also would dislike this level a lot more. Oh. Alright, so we're gonna do this really cool jump on this bell to get to the timepiece without going all the way around. Let's see if Casito can get it. Safety strat, that's fair.
Even with the safety on.
Yeah, you had to probably jump a little bit more. You were just too early, but that's fine. Hold down the button a little bit longer. There you go. Good job. It's fine. It's fine. Everything so far has been going great.
Like really great.
And of course, I'm not gonna say anything else because I will probably ruin your Toilet of Doom quick killed otherwise. So, Toilet of Doom, it's another boss in the game. And just like the Mafia boss, it has a quick kill. And this quick kill will work the exact same. We are just gonna throw the toilet off of a cherry. And because it doesn't have any collision with anything else, it will just fall through the floor and hit a death blow. But first, let's actually get to the toilet. So, the reason why this toilet is alive in the story is because Snatcher lost your soul inside of it. Honestly, Snatcher's such a reliable guy, the more I think about it. We're gonna go fast. Alright, we're gonna go through here. Right. For the first phase, we kind of just have to hit the toilet with the cherry twice. Every time we hit him, he's gonna do stompies. And then we can hit him in the middle, like that. Gonna throw another cherry at us. Gonna hit him. Gotta do 3 stompies this time. We hit him again. And now the toy is getting mad, so he's gonna stand in the middle. And we're gonna grab that cherry and throw it at him. Here we go. Oh, unfortunate, you didn't get the funny Naomi cycle. There we go. And Naomi cycle was literally just me being lucky hitting the cherry right
Then
now.
you,
Okay. I have to be quiet now. Okay, it's fine. So Kasito has to listen to a certain audio cue, which is why I have to be quiet for that. But what we're trying to do is get on top of that cherry, get under the toilet, and push him away. All right, Kasito's gonna set up for it one more try. I will be quiet. And there we go.
Second
Very
try.
nice, very nice.
Here.
Yep. Oh, you've got to jump. Happy. Oh, keep it open. There you go. Okay, and now you can exit.
That's the first time I got this one.
All right.
Hey,
I got you.
for
I got you.
sometimes you have just to be a bit lucky.
A bit lucky. It's all skill. But luck. It's also skill. All right. So remember when we did Mafia Town, everyone really liked that?
How won't we do it again?
Exactly. And we're not going to do this little level. You know, the best level, arguably, in the game. I
Yeah.
feel like I am the only person with these opinions.
A bit.
Thank you. All right, we're going to go to Golden Vault, another really movement-heavy section. So, Caesar's going to do very cool slides. And honestly, once you get into the run for this game, this is a really cool level to learn because of all the momentum boosts you're going to do. Oh, there we go. You got it. All right, so we have to collect these 4 golden tickets. Now, what I love about Ahead in Time is the amount of routes that there are based on your skill level. So the current level, the current route Kasito is doing is kind of like the starter route, the beginner route. Then, if you learn the game a bit more and you learn how to do lag shots, which is using the ice head, we're going to see an example of a regular ice head shot later, which is coming up next, actually. If you know how to do those, you can actually do a completely different route where you get the last ticket we're getting now first, and then you can lag warp back and do this route. And then the last route is the lag warp route, which is arguably even cooler. So here's here's a ice shot. You just get a lot of momentum. Very nice. Get the ticket. Oh, okay. We didn't want to do the dive cancel there too early. That's fine.
Oh, no.
I want to hit this ice platform. It's fine. You know, just a little bit of time loss. So the lag warp route is we make sure we did not hit the save. Okay, that was weird. I definitely thought you hit it there.
Yeah, I did as
weird.
well.
The lag warp route is essentially you're gonna go all the way around without ever touching the ground for more than a frame, which is like very loosely, but without touching more than a frame to set a safe spot, and then you lag warp back to the start, which is like super advanced. It's super cool to see.
It's also really difficult.
It's really difficult, but you know. Now, we've done Golden Vault, and we like that level so much, we're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
But what if Golden Vault was a rift? Introducing Sewer's Rift. I don't know. I thought it was a good transition. I'm not good at this.
Introducing the sewer. We'll go there once.
All right, so here we go. So we're gonna slide here, which is very cool. We're gonna hit the rift, and then you see this is gonna go on keyboard mouse to do boops. Just to do boops. Okay.
Yeah, just to do boops.
And we're gonna go to this wall here. Oh, saved it. Go. And now he's gonna do this really cool jump, and let's hope get a good cycle. This should be a good cycle to jump.
No,
Oh, you bonked.
I bonked. Otherwise, I probably would have.
Unfortunate.
It's still good, this cycle.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to fall because that's just painful.
If you fall on this level, you have to do it all over again. I really don't want it.
Yeah, we'd never set checkpoints in this level, so it's very important that you don't fall. But he did it. All right, we're gonna skip some gambling.
So one of my favorite levels is coming up, Heating Up Mafia Town. That will be the biggest showcase of, well, basically leg warping. We totally break the level, and you're gonna see why in a few seconds.
And we're totally breaking. It's just normally you have to walk all the way around Mafia Town, but in this case, we're just gonna keep warping back to the start of the level. All right. So we're gonna have this little Mafia guy explain that for some reason they installed faucets that reroute lava into their town and it's all burning because you need faucets to burn your town in time of need. I don't know. Why are they? Who's making these decisions? Okay, kasito.
I can still recover this.
Another palm tree. All right. Oh, okay. Well, you set a safe spot there. All right. You might as well just die now, I guess.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay, that's kind of
that
unfortunate.
happened.
You know, the first 30 seconds was just showing off how hot this level is. Pun intended. All right. So let's try that again. Let's hit this little mat. All right, cool. There we go. All right. Oh, here we go. So we're gonna stand in these little bags, those breakables. They are not a safe spot. We're gonna try to avoid as many safe spots as possible so we can warp back. Say in here, gonna hit the chest because that's not a safe spot. Gonna hit this faucet, and now we're just gonna swing over here. Oh, oh, okay. Kasito, you're scaring me. I'm actually shook right now. Gonna go on here, and we actually want to keep track of our health right now. We don't want to. We kind of want to stick to 1 HP in a couple seconds. So normally lag warping, you can also do it without actually warping with lag. You can also just set it up so. Oh, I forgot how this route went. You can also get stuck under the faucet by jumping into it. Okay, you should be fine. Yep, there we go. And then because you're stuck in the air, you get warped back. But in this case, we kind of just abuse the lag warp because it's a little bit faster sometimes.
And we die this time for reals because it's faster.
It's faster because we want to get back here and do this little faucet here. Right. Now again, just like Golden Vault, once you get more into the run, there's a lot more routes that you can do. So one route abuses lag shots with the ice hat, which looks super cool. And they save a lot of time. You can also lag warp back to different points. But in this case, we're just going to boop in the cannon so we can abuse our leg grab here to land a little bit faster. And we're going to grab the timepiece. It wasn't an optimal heating up because of the start, but you know what? Those 30 seconds should be fine.
It should be fine.
You're on a really good pace right now.
Just don't remind me of the pace, please.
I'm reminding you of the pace.
Okay, fine.
We gotta commend you for how well you're doing. All right. So we're gonna do another rift, the Bizarre Rift. And the easiest way to access is through barrel battle.
So one of my favorite rifts. You will see why, because just the movement you do in that, if it clicks and it feels really great.
It's one of those movement levels that's just really good to just, once you run this game for a while and just get the movement down, this rift is just a lot of fun. Hey, at least you didn't pull a Doka. Just saying.
Yeah, we didn't pull Doka.
Shout outs to Doka.
Just gonna do a really nice slide down this ledge here. Not really ledge, but sure. Just a lot of momentum to go a large distance, basically. That's why this level is one of my favorites.
Alright, so that timepiece is kind of rotating right now, but if we just die, got it like that. And of course, we have to do a loop at the end of every level.
It's just in my brain.
Skip some gambling. And now we're going to do is cheating the race. It's going to be very exciting. Because cheating the race is a notoriously hard level. And the reason for that is because this level, you aren't actually supposed to do it until you craft the time stop hat. But the time stop hat takes 32 yarn to craft. And we're definitely not going to go around crafting a time stop hat. Yeah. Unless you're running DO%, but that's another
another thing.
Yeah. So instead, we're going to use a lot of tight movements to beat this guy fairly. We're going to craft our last hat, which is a mask. It's also a hat, but it's a mask. You get the picture. Here we go.
wood is going to be close. Gonna be close.
Just focus. I'm going to be quiet for this. Oh, come on, kasito. Oh. Nice. Okay. All right. Very nice. The mafia guy was not in the way. I was so scared for you. Very nice. All right. That's again a really hard level to learn when you start out this game.
Well, you can do Burger on the right for that, basically.
There's actually a new strat found where you can, when the mafia guy gets to the end, if you grab a relic and you have a cutscene for that, it will kind of just skip the entire fail state, so you can just walk over, grab the timepiece anyway.
Maybe I should learn that, just in case.
It's a lot slower, and the movement's way cooler. Speaking of cool movement, we're gonna hopefully do a turnip.
Nope.
We're not doing a turnip.
I'm
It's
just
so cool. Can you try once?
okay.
Okay, try once. Come on, do it for the viewers.
I don't wanna because I don't wanna.
Okay, no, it's your run. It's fair. If you don't want it, then fine. Alright. So we're just gonna go around, and I don't know if we have like a quick donation that we can do.
We currently do not,
Okay.
but I don't know how much time I have.
You have a good 30 seconds. Probably?
No, more like 20. 20 seconds.
Okay, a quick 20 seconds. So I just talked about the rival name and the portal incentives, but if those don't strike your fancy, do take a look at the other runs that we still have open for donations. Trauma Center, The Legends of Zelda, and Xenoblade Chronicles.
All right.
All right. So we're going into the last world, basically, of the game, Nakusa Metro, the second DLC released. And because they added the emote wheel, we have the boot. We can totally break it and just go wherever.
Yeah, this level, if you really like out-of-bounds stuff, this level is nuts. It's so cool. But again, it's the last level that we're going to be running for the 80% category, but there's like 3 other chapters that we kind of just skipped during this, so...
Yeah.
Now, Nyaka says just so fast. It's like 30 seconds for each timepiece. It's so cool. And honestly, if you don't want to really pick up the run, but you do want to do tricks, I implore you to check out this level and learn the tricks. Now, funny part about Nyaka is that it notoriously loads forever. So, you know, we're kind of just waiting here. And let's hope it didn't crash, because it kind of just stopped playing.
Just give it some time. I really don't like if it crashes now.
Okay,
No, I
all right, okay. My heart just sank, okay. Ahead of time is notoriously...
unstable.
Yeah, well, for loading and not crashing specifically. All right, okay. Here you go. So we're just gonna go, this is like the only part of Yakuza that we're gonna kinda do as intended. Everything else after this is just gonna break. Oh, do you make it? Oh!
I had to go
So
for
close.
it. It doesn't matter if I fell off or not. I will just get this cycle anyway.
But what about damageless? We gotta have that Hollow Knight experience.
It's still a respectable time now.
Definitely is. Alright, so that's the first timepiece. And what we're gonna do next is we are going to break the entire level. So we're gonna do yellow manhole. And we're just gonna go around in a way that we kind of weren't supposed to. So you are supposed to kind of go this way, but we really don't care, because we're gonna do this level now to get a good start point. So we're gonna go in. Oop. Okay, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Worry about it.
If we go to this little ledge and we boot, we can kind of extend when we want to. Oh, it's fine. All right, there you go. So we fall down, we clip in. Oh, that was a little bit too late, but you saw how we clipped out? We're gonna abuse that everywhere in this game. Now, there is a faster version for this level. It's called Dumpster Dive, and it's absolutely atrocious to do sometimes. But I really like it. There we go. Okay, so we're in. We definitely were not supposed to be here, but you know, we'll make do. So we're gonna walk on the BSP here. And we're gonna clip back in with lag, and we're gonna hit the timepiece. There we go. We lost a bit of time, but that's fine. That's fine. We now got the checkpoint. We just have to do a train cycle, which is quite rough. And we're gonna clip out once more, and then after that, we're gonna do green overpass, I believe it's called. We're gonna do that level.
So basically both greens,
Yeah, both greens. Yeah, we have
both
green
yellows,
manuals.
and no, that's it.
There is a route where you can do pink pink paw. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
pink paw overpass, something like that. Pink overpass, something like that.
yeah.
But you know,
But
green
then you
manual is infinitely faster.
yeah you had in pink pan the pink
Pink
overpass.
pan.
On pink overpass, you basically have to do this level twice, and that's slow.
Oh, you really have to. Oh. This happened during practice as well. All right. Okay. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna do great. Watch this. All right. Okay. We got on the train that we wanted to get on. We just got hit by the cat. That was a little unfortunate, but you know, whatever. It's fine. All right. Gonna jump on here, and there we go. So that's the timepiece. And now we're gonna go back to menu again. And we are going to the
Green
spawn
man-
again and do green manhole.
and then green overpass.
And then green overpass.
And
And
then
then we have the finale, which is gonna be very exciting.
Yeah.
Ruined the vibe finale. No one likes that finale book. I definitely don't,
Yeah, the finale book is just, we have to deal with it.
unfortunately.
So
Alright.
again, back into yellow overpass, but because we can absolutely break the game, we can just go out of bounds.
But you said absolute break the game, and I saw the game just freezing more and more. I was like, I hope that it doesn't crash. Oh, there goes our FPS.
It's a
Then-
big level, so I would expect it.
All right, there we go. Okay, so we're just gonna grab this timepiece now. That's a really good clip into this. We
And
go.
a nice clip
This-
in here.
That's really
Well
well
done.
done. Under 30 seconds, very nice. All right, and we're gonna now do green overpass. We're gonna get some cash from this woman, and we're just gonna leave after this. Right. Akasita's gonna do a little warp that I hadn't seen before, and he decides not to do it anymore. Honestly, I sometimes I wonder why I show up to practice. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. All right. Here we go. All right. And that's the timepiece. Very nice.
By calculation. Oh.
We're at a very nice pace right now.
It's still
Here
possible.
we go.
Don't just run the game. Just run the game.
Just saying. I'm even willing to say $10 on it if I get it.
$10 on what? Like,
If I actually PB, I'm on PB base for at least it feels like that.
so why not press B?
Yeah.
Press B in midair to save a little. So we're playing as Mustache Girl right now. She's stealing all the timepieces that we collected. Funny thing about Mustache Girl is that she doesn't know how to climb ladders, so we kind of just have to do a little weird jump to get up there. But $10, I mean, come on. Why wouldn't you already give $10 for this great cause? Like,
Because Legend Zelda wasn't on yet.
okay. All right. He clearly has priorities. Hey. Very nice. So we're gonna do this little puzzle. You can actually skip the puzzle with a TSJ, but TSJs are a bit hard sometimes, so I don't think Kasito has actually learned how to do this one. So we're just gonna opt for the puzzle. It doesn't really matter that much. All right, time for the finale. So we had the finale is 2 parts. So the first part is a gauntlet where we kind of just have a big platforming challenge all the way to the end. And then we have the mustache girl fight, which is the biggest RNG fest of all time. So that fight is mostly gonna determine your time, unless you really don't, unless you really have a rough time with Gauntlet, which sometimes can happen. I definitely had that happen sometimes. I remember when my finales were like 10 minutes long, and I thought that was a good time. All right, so we're gonna do this little checkpoint like that. Oh, we're just getting damage for slapsing. Even though we're not doing that, we're definitely just getting damage for slapsy right now. Oh, okay. I'm surprised you're not doing the ice shot. All right, gonna go up further now. That was the first part. Looks easy. This part has those little bursts that can sometimes be annoying. We're gonna swing up, and I believe we're gonna grab the health here. No, we're not. Ooh, daring, I say. Alright, and then we have my favorite jump in the game in a second. I hope you do it. Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. There's a really cool dive boost you can do to get onto that little pillar over there.
I didn't even know that.
Sito didn't know that was a thing. But now we're gonna do quite a difficult thing. We're gonna hit the Dweller mask and then dive onto this little platform here. And then hopefully within 1 Dweller cycle we can hit that to Dweller like run some time. And that's one of the only 2 times we actually need the Dweller mask. So it was crafted just for that moment. We go on top of these hammers. Just made that. That's cool. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get to the final part of the gauntlet. Oh, okay, that's fine. We set a checkpoint earlier. That's fine. We regain our health.
I honestly don't think it's fine, but sure.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Like, doing great so far, in my opinion. Just focus on the run. I believe in you, Kasito. Alright. There's Mustache Girl. Ominous.
I'm not too bad of a slap.
Alright, so Mustache Girl, the start of the fight is quite easy, but she has like a couple attacks if you don't want, like this underground attack. And the cool thing about the Mustache Girl fight is that if you hit her with the umbrella rapidly, you can do multiple hits on her. This is kind of just a bad attack cycle. I'm not gonna lie. There you go. Alright, so we have to hit her 5 times, and then this really cool part starts. Now we can actually skip this little section with either a trick called a torpsy or a slapsy. I believe there's also one called homing in the taxi, which is very funny. But Sito opted not to do it. It is quite a risky strat if you don't get it. So now she can only do 3 attacks. And we kind of just have to hit her 6 times total. So we're already on 4, 5, and now it's just this attack. 6, there we go. She's gonna do a laser from a distance. So we hope we can hit her with the ruler like that. Now during this segment, Mustache Girl is gonna do timepieces and laser attack. Alright, there we go. And during the laser attack, we just hit the Mafia Ball. And then we're just going to force her into this again. Sometimes the brewer doesn't really go the way we want. Hit the Mafia Ball. And now big RNG comes in. So, the cherry section. My god, the cherry section. So
let's just hope on a 2 cherry.
Let's hope for a 2 cherry. So the Snatcher and this little goat are going to throw in cherries for us. And it's all completely up to RNG, whether Mustache Girl is actually going to allow us to defeat her quickly enough. I do not recall the amount of hits that we need to have on her. I believe it's 8. So you see that she's shielded. She will keep shielding herself, and that's why we need the chairs. And we're hoping she doesn't do the shielding too often, because then we just lose a lot of time. We have to wait for the cherry. Now that cherry, there you go. She just zapped away. That's unfortunate. This cherry can either, like now, just skip a cycle and we're just waiting for a cherry to appear, or it can get stuck outside the arena as well. So that's 3. We're going for a 4th cherry now, which is unfortunate. And let's hope we get the hits in that much. 5 cherries! Oh my goodness. This is just unfortunate. Alright, come on, Mustache Girl. There we go. So now we're kind of at the final section of the game. It seems we're going to throw a brewer. So when we start the next phase, if she does a specific attack, she gets hit by the brewer, and then we're not going to get hit with that attack or get trouble from that attack. But now is the hard part. This final phase is kind of brutal. You can't die. There's no way you can die. But Mustache Girl gets really fast and annoying. So we're going to hope that we can keep hitting her with brewers and then following it up with a homing attack. So if she does a particular attack called Stompies, where she kind of just jumps around. If she does that attack, she will kind of jump away from the player all times. And we kind of don't want that to happen. This attack. So it's really hard to hit her with a brewer during that attack. So we're hoping during the time that we don't get hit by that. This final phase is not going the greatest right now. Again, those Stompies are really good. I believe we have to hit her one more time after this. You can tell she's really fast. There we go. That's Mustache Girl. So now we just have to pick up all the timepieces that she stole from us. And then, once we pick that up, it's time. The time coming up. All right. And that's time. In-game time was at 46:29. Very well done. Very well done. All right. And what was our RTA?
RTA is 65-17. 56-17, sorry.
56, very
Yeah.
nice. Underestimate.
Dutch orders and the numbers, confusing sometimes.
Very confusing. All right, very nice. All right, Kasito, the most important decision of your life before we cut out. Do we give Mustache Girl the timepiece? Or do we not?
Well, on the one hand, yes, because it's a really good time. But on the other hand, she was not really nice to us in final phase. I think she doesn't deserve it today.
What does our host think? Should we give her the timepiece?
Oh, that's a tricky one. I agree with you. Since she wasn't the nicest in the latest phase, not today, but try again next time.
Try again next time. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
That was ahead of time.
Yeah.
It's all up to you to do the outro.
Oh, yeah, I was very happy to be here. And yeah.
Okay, well, that's a quick outro.
My outros aren't great. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Thank you so much, Kasito, for that run. Honestly, I had a blast watching. Ahead in Time is always great, and I think you did an amazing job. So with that, I think we're gonna go into a quick intermission. We may run some ads, and then we'll set up for the next run. See you soon.
Bye-bye.